and welcome to Shoshana Care Page News. I'm your host, Carolyn.
And I am your host, Caleb. We have another special news item in just a little bit. If you notice, we have changed the name from Sparta Care Page News to Shoshana Care Page News. We felt that it was more telling to have this title Shoshana Care Page News, since it is all about Shoshana. And besides, almost no one knows where Sparta even is. Thus, the name change. Now some news about Shoshana. Carolyn?
Shoshana is getting another series of hernia shots right now. She has to go in every other day for these shots for 2 weeks. She is about halfway through. Her counts are looking really good right now. She does have a bad rash on her behind now though. The doctor prescribed magic butt cream for it though. Believe it or not, that is what it's called. Says so right on the bottle. If the rash does not clear up by Thursday, she will not be getting her next round of chemo. So let's pray that the magic butt cream does its trick. Back to you, Caleb.
There are 2 other people we would like all of our viewers to pray for right now. First is a friend of ours who is impatient again. She is having a bit of a struggle with white blood cell creation. She could really use some prayers, so please pray for Iva. The second is a little girl that we are getting to know through her care page, who also has leukemia. Her name is Rebecca. She is doing much better now, but has been impatient for a long time and having some real struggles. Our dad was down at clinic this week with Shoshana again and got an interview while he was there. He says he is throwing down the gauntlet to Apple and the movie industry. Let's see what this is all about.
This is Rusty Yonkers with the Shoshana Care Page News, yet again at clinic at DeVos Children's Hospital in Grand Rapids. We're in the infusion room today, and I tracked down Shoshana's medical assistant, who is John, and just got back from a honeymoon, right?
Yep, not too long ago. Yep.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And Shoshana really missed him because she likes having John here. He's the one that does a lot of stuff when she first gets here. What exactly do you do as a medical assistant?
Well, I check all the kids in when they first get here, get them ready to see the doctor, and then also I monitor them while they're getting their chemo infusions and also their blood transfusions and whatnot. So I'm around them quite a bit and get to know all the kids pretty well. So.
Okay. And like I mentioned before, we're in what they call the infusion room. What is the infusion room usually used for around here?
Well, the kids will sit in here while they're getting their infusions, whether it be a blood transfusion or platelets or or any kind of chemo or other drug that they have to get. Sometimes they can be here for anywhere from a couple hours to 8 hours. So we spend a lot of time in here. We have recliners. They sit here. Sometimes they'll fall asleep, take a nap. They may pull out a book and read, use a laptop, but mostly they like to sit here and put movies on or watch cartoons or whatnot. So the television and DVD player combo VCR gets used quite a bit in here.
Okay, and that's one thing that we wanted to make sure today on Shoshana Care Page News to go over, because a few weeks ago when Shoshana was in the infusion room, we had a little bit of a problem because one of the DVD players wasn't working. And John and I were talking and realized that they go through a lot of wear and tear, and so they break a lot. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely true. There's all kinds of things that can go wrong in a day. I mean, when you're talking about as much use as they get, and with as many people that are, using them, they're getting passed back and forth. They fall, they scratch, things get spilled on them. You name it. There's, all kinds of hazards here.
And I suppose too that there's always the issue of, as kids pass things back and forth, there's germs around. A lot of these kids have suppressed immunosystems and stuff like that, and that's a big concern too, right?
Absolutely. And you have, you're talking about small children that, will put anything in their mouth. So if they see a DVD case with Elmo on it, for example, first thing they're doing is picking up, they're feeling it, they're playing with it, they're opening it up, and they're putting it in their mouth.
Okay. When John and I were talking a couple weeks ago about this and some of these issues, one of the things that came up in the conversation was that Apple has this really great thing called an Apple TV, where you hook it up to the television, you can have movies like on a computer somewhere or something. It's like, you know, Apple could put something together for all the pediatric hematology oncology areas like this, the outpatient clinics and both inpatient as well. And that way the patients don't have to handle DVDs, they don't have to find a child life person or one of the nurses or something to get them a DVD. It would be right on the menu. And as we were talking, it sounded like it would really work out, something like that, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It would totally eliminate the germ issue. We wouldn't have to worry about DVDs getting lost, not working. One problem we've had is in the DVD player, it's so up high here they can't, oftentimes the kids can't reach it, they have to come find somebody to do it for them, or they can't then see, there's already a DVD in there. I've had that thing get jammed up with multiple DVDs in there because they just set another one on top not realizing there was one in there. So it would eliminate a lot of problems and make things a lot easier for the kids, definitely.
So here's a challenge that's coming from Shoshana Care Page News to Steve Jobs and Apple Corporation and to the Motion Picture Association of America. Put your heads together. Apple does some of the greatest and most wonderful engineering possible. Apple TV is a great thing already. Put together a little Apple server that you could have already preloaded with all sorts of movies, where the MPAA and all the movie studios have said, we're going to load these up free of charge for these kids that are going through cancer with leukemia or a brain tumor, something like that. And we're going to go ahead and install them at clinics and at the inpatient, at children's hospitals all across the country so that they can watch movies. You know, when they're sitting there for 8 hours a day, and you're talking a 4-year-old like Shoshana, or a 6-year-old, or even some of these are 2- and 3-year-old kids, and they're stuck 6 to 8 hours a day sometimes sitting in here. What a wonderful thing that would be. So that's our challenge to Steve Jobs, all the engineers at Apple, and the Motion Picture Association. Let's come up with something so that these kids can have something really great. Thank you very much, John, for your time.
Thank you very much, Dad. We would ask that you let lots of people know both about the care page and about the videos. You can find the videos on YouTube by searching for Shoshana. Also, make sure to rate the videos high so that others will see them during searches. We are hoping these videos get really popular. Well, that is all for today, Sunday, November 25th, 2007. This is Caleb.
And this is Carolyn saying have a nice day from Shoshana Care Page News.